Article 1. The impact of social media on personal relationships. In recent years, social media has revolutionized the way people communicate and interact. Platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok have become integral parts of daily life, allowing users to connect with friends, family, and even strangers from all over the world. While social media offers numerous benefits, it also poses significant challenges to personal relationships. One of the primary benefits of social media is its ability to keep people connected. Friends and family members who live far apart can maintain relationships through regular updates, messages, and video calls. This virtual proximity helps bridge the geographical gap, providing a sense of closeness despite physical distance. Moreover, social media can help rekindle old friendships and keep up with life events such as birthdays, weddings, and achievements, fostering a feeling of inclusion and support. However, social media also has the potential to harm personal relationships. The constant availability of online interaction can lead to reduced face-to-face communication. People may find themselves more engaged with their online personas than with their real-life interactions, leading to feelings of isolation and loneliness. Additionally, the curated nature of social media profiles often presents an idealized version of life, which can create unrealistic expectations and envy among friends and acquaintances. The phenomenon of social media addiction further complicates matters. Excessive use of social media can detract from the quality time spent with loved ones. Studies have shown that individuals who spend a considerable amount of time on social media are more likely to experience conflict in their relationships. This addiction can lead to neglect of real-world interactions, causing rifts and misunderstandings among partners, friends, and family members. Moreover, the impact of social media on romantic relationships is particularly pronounced. Platforms designed for connectivity can also be sources of jealousy and distrust. The ease of accessing information about a partner's interactions and friendships can lead to unnecessary suspicion and arguments. For instance, seeing a partner engage with others in a way perceived as too friendly can spark feelings of insecurity and possessiveness. On the flip side, social media can serve as a tool for relationship building and maintenance. Couples can use these platforms to share experiences and memories, fostering a shared sense of identity. Posting about significant moments can reinforce bonds and create a public affirmation of the relationship. Additionally, social media can be a means of support during times of separation, helping partners feel connected and involved in each other's lives. The role of social media in professional relationships is also worth noting. Networking sites like LinkedIn enable professionals to establish and maintain business relationships that might otherwise be challenging due to time and distance constraints. These platforms allow for the sharing of industry news, career achievements, and professional advice, which can enhance career development and create new opportunities. However, the blurred line between personal and professional life on social media can sometimes cause issues. Sharing too much personal information on professional platforms can lead to unintended consequences, such as damaging one's professional reputation. It is crucial for individuals to navigate this boundary carefully to maintain a positive and professional online presence. In conclusion, while social media offers substantial benefits for maintaining and building relationships, it also presents significant challenges. The key to leveraging social media effectively lies in finding a balance between online and offline interactions. By being mindful of the potential pitfalls and actively working to maintain personal connections in the real world, individuals can enjoy the advantages of social media without sacrificing the quality of their relationships. Article 2. The benefits and drawbacks of online learning. Online learning has become an increasingly popular mode of education over the past few decades. This rise can be attributed to the proliferation of internet access and the advancements in technology that have made it possible to offer a wide array of courses online. Students from different parts of the world can now enroll in programs offered by prestigious universities without leaving their homes. This convenience and accessibility make online learning an attractive option for many. One of the primary benefits of online learning is the flexibility it offers. Traditional classroom settings often require students to adhere to a rigid schedule, which can be challenging for those who have other commitments such as work or family. Online learning, on the other hand, allows students to access course materials and complete assignments at their own pace. This flexibility enables learners to balance their education with other aspects of their lives. Another significant advantage of online learning is the vast range of courses and programs available. Students can choose from a wide variety of subjects that may not be available at local institutions. This abundance of options allows learners to tailor their education to their specific interests and career goals. Additionally, online platforms often provide courses taught by experts from around the world, enriching the educational experience. Despite these benefits, online learning is not without its drawbacks. One major concern is the lack of face-to-face interaction with instructors and peers. In traditional classroom settings, students can engage in discussions, ask questions, and receive immediate feedback. Online learning often relies on asynchronous communication methods such as discussion boards and emails, which can lead to feelings of isolation and reduced engagement. Another drawback is the need for strong self-discipline and time management skills. Without the structure of a traditional classroom, it can be easy for students to procrastinate and fall behind in their coursework. Successful online learners must be highly motivated and capable of managing their time effectively. This requirement can be a significant barrier for some students. Additionally, there are concerns about the quality of education offered through online platforms. Not all online courses are created equal, and there can be significant variations in the quality of instruction and the rigor of the curriculum. Some online programs may lack accreditation, which can affect the value of the degree or certificate earned. The digital divide is another issue that affects the accessibility of online learning. Not all students have reliable internet access or the necessary technological devices to participate in online courses. This disparity can widen the educational gap between those who have the resources to engage in online learning and those who do not. In conclusion, while online learning offers numerous benefits such as flexibility, a wide range of courses, and access to global experts, it also presents challenges like the lack of face-to-face interaction, the need for self-discipline, and concerns about quality and accessibility. As technology continues to evolve, it is essential to address these challenges to ensure that online learning can be a viable and effective educational option for everyone. Standardized testing has long been a cornerstone of educational systems worldwide. These tests, which are administered and scored in a consistent manner, are designed to assess students' knowledge and skills in various subjects. Proponents argue that standardized tests provide a reliable measure of student achievement and a basis for comparing performance across different populations. Critics, however, contend that these tests are inherently flawed and fail to capture the full spectrum of a student's abilities. The origins of standardized testing can be traced back to ancient China, where the imperial examination system was used to select government officials. This system, which began during the Sui dynasty 581-618 AD, was based on merit and was intended to create an efficient and effective bureaucracy. The concept of standardized testing was later adopted by other cultures and has evolved significantly over time. In the modern context, standardized tests are often used for high-stakes decisions such as college admissions, scholarship awards, and graduation eligibility. The SAT and ACT, for example, are widely used in the United States to assess college readiness. These tests are designed to evaluate critical thinking, problem-solving, and analytical skills, which are deemed essential for success in higher education. One of the main advantages of standardized testing is that it provides a uniform metric for evaluating student performance. This can help identify gaps in knowledge and areas where students may need additional support. Moreover, standardized tests can help hold schools accountable for student achievement, as test results are often used to assess school performance and determine funding allocations. Despite these advantages, there are several criticisms of standardized testing. One major concern is that these tests can lead to a narrow focus on test preparation, often referred to as teaching to the test. This practice can limit the breadth of the curriculum and stifle creativity and critical thinking. Additionally, standardized tests may not accurately reflect a student's true abilities, as they often fail to consider factors such as test anxiety, socioeconomic background, and cultural differences. Another significant issue is the potential for standardized tests to perpetuate educational inequities. Research has shown that students from lower socioeconomic backgrounds and minority groups often perform worse on these tests compared to their more affluent peers. This performance gap can result in reduced opportunities for higher education and employment, further entrenching social disparities. In response to these concerns, some educators and policymakers advocate for alternative forms of assessment. These alternatives include portfolio assessments, performance-based tasks, and formative assessments, which provide a more comprehensive view of a student's abilities and learning progress. These methods can also promote a more holistic approach to education, encouraging skills such as collaboration, creativity, and critical thinking. The debate over standardized testing is unlikely to be resolved anytime soon. While standardized tests offer a practical means of measuring student achievement and holding schools accountable, they also have significant limitations and can contribute to educational inequities. As the educational landscape continues to evolve, it will be crucial to find a balance between maintaining rigorous standards and ensuring that all students have the opportunity to succeed. Ultimately, the role of standardized testing in education remains a contentious issue. As stakeholders continue to weigh the pros and cons, it is clear that any approach to student assessment must be thoughtful, equitable, and adaptable to the diverse needs of learners. Only through careful consideration and ongoing dialogue can we hope to develop assessment systems that truly support student learning and achievement. Article 4. The importance of conservation efforts for endangered species. In recent decades, the conservation of endangered species has become a paramount concern for scientists, environmentalists, and policymakers worldwide. The rapid decline in biodiversity is alarming, with numerous species facing the threat of extinction due to habitat loss, climate change, pollution, and overexploitation. The extinction of any species is an irreversible loss that diminishes the planet's biological diversity and destabilizes ecosystems. Therefore, conservation efforts are essential to preserve the intricate balance of nature and ensure the survival of species that are critical for our environmental health and ecological stability. One of the primary drivers of species endangerment is habitat destruction. Urban expansion, deforestation, and agricultural development have drastically reduced the natural habitats of many species. For instance, tropical rainforests, which are home to a significant proportion of the world's biodiversity, are being cleared at an alarming rate for timber and agricultural land. This deforestation not only displaces wildlife but also fragments habitats, making it difficult for species to survive and reproduce. Conservation efforts focused on habitat preservation and restoration are crucial in combating this issue. Climate change is another significant factor contributing to the endangerment of species. The shifting climate alters habitats and disrupts the life cycles of plants and animals. For example, polar bears, which depend on sea ice for hunting seals, are struggling to find food as the ice melts earlier each year. Similarly, coral reefs, which support a diverse range of marine life, are suffering from bleaching events caused by rising sea temperatures. Conservation strategies must include measures to mitigate climate change impacts and protect vulnerable species from its effects. Pollution also poses a severe threat to many species. Industrial activities, agricultural runoff, and plastic waste contaminate air, water, and soil, leading to toxic environments for wildlife. Marine animals, in particular, are highly affected by pollution. For example, sea turtles often mistake plastic bags for jellyfish, their primary food source, leading to ingestion and often death. Effective conservation requires stringent regulations on pollutants and widespread cleanup initiatives to restore and protect habitats from contamination. Overexploitation through hunting, fishing, and trade of wildlife has pushed many species to the brink of extinction. For instance, the illegal poaching of elephants for ivory and rhinos for their horns has decimated populations in Africa. Sustainable management practices and stringent enforcement of wildlife protection laws are necessary to curb illegal activities and ensure the survival of these species. International cooperation is also essential, as wildlife trade often crosses borders and requires a coordinated global response. Conservation efforts are not only about preventing extinction but also about restoring populations and habitats to a state where they can sustain themselves. Programs such as captive breeding and reintroduction have shown success in bringing species back from the brink. The California condor, once nearly extinct, has seen population increases due to captive breeding efforts and subsequent release into the wild. However, these programs require significant resources and careful planning to ensure that reintroduced animals can adapt to their natural environments and thrive. Public awareness and education play a crucial role in conservation. People must understand the importance of biodiversity and the impact of their actions on the environment. Educational campaigns and community involvement can lead to more sustainable practices and greater support for conservation initiatives. For example, community-led conservation projects in Africa have successfully combined wildlife protection with local development, benefiting both people and nature. Funding for conservation projects is another critical aspect. Governments, nonprofits, and private sectors must invest in conservation to make a substantial impact. Funding supports research, habitat restoration, law enforcement, and community programs. Innovative financing mechanisms, such as conservation trust funds and payment for ecosystem services, have emerged to provide sustainable funding sources for conservation efforts. Lastly, conservation efforts must be adaptive and responsive to new challenges and information. As our understanding of ecosystems and species interactions evolves, so too must our strategies. Flexibility in conservation planning allows for adjustments in response to unexpected events such as natural disasters or emerging threats like diseases. Adaptive management ensures that conservation efforts remain effective and relevant in a rapidly changing world.